The mail just came. Now, believe it or not, this is the first time in my life I have ever bought a brand new set of coils. Here are our rears, super stiff springs. Here are the fronts, sick. Now for right now, because my new control arms aren't here yet, I'm going to start with the rear. Should actually be pretty easy to do the rears. Tabs right here in the trim, there's these trim pieces that just pop off just like this. Then you have these little cups over the top of the strut. Grab, I believe it's a 6 or an 8mm wrench, and then break it loose with a 14. Okay, cool. Okay, guess we don't need to rent the shock thing. That's actually extremely convenient. I'll take it. I was not expecting it to go that smooth. Okay, now you have some 14mm on either side of the struts. Super easy. Here's the old struts. These are stupid and they suck.
Hey, it's old Hickory Ham Mike.
Here's the stock springs, right?
Yeah.
And here's the new springs.
Hey, it's old Hickory Ham Mike. Pizza time. See, I just watched an Instagram reel like 3 weeks ago that told me how to adjust your coilovers, and I was watching it and I watched like this, like, yeah, I don't even own a car that has coilovers. Like, oh yeah, wow, alright, yeah, that's how you do it. Interesting. I don't even know what, like, how that works, or even, like, I don't even have a car that has coilovers, but I'm just gonna watch this entire thing of this guy explain.
Hey, can you put that bushing and that nut?
Yeah, I see your little spindle man right there.
I'm a little spindle.
Which bushing? Oh,
Right.
the newer ones? Look at that, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Slammer! Clear? Clear. Just barely. Nice! That's not too low. It's actually not too low. I mean, it's much lower, but it's not too low. There is no suspension.
Is that good?
Yeah. Oh. That's like 4 or 5 inches lower. Fuck yeah. Good morning. So the easiest way to shed a lot of weight from one of these is to remove the back seat. The back seat in these is extremely heavy. It's a really cool back seat. It's a beautiful engineering design. It does a lot of stuff. For a race car, we need all the weight reduction we can get. We are going to put racing seats in here, but we're not going to be doing that today. If I remember right, the hardest part of taking out one of these back seats is actually lifting it out because it is very heavy.
Meanwhile, I'm getting rid of the back seats for the friends I don't have so that I can access the fuel pump.
We actually should leave these out, man. We'll drop like... Dude, this is so heavy I can't lift it by myself.
Really?
Can you help me?
Yeah.
You should see how massive this seat is, dude.
I'm kind of sad to see this back seat go because I really like it. Maybe I'll make it into like a couch or something. I found some treasures from the previous owner. A whole thing of Parmesan cheese. We have some sunglasses, some Oreos. Gross. I hate children. I hate children so much. It's gonna be kind of tough to see what I'm working on. My channel is not necessarily tutorials or whatever. It's just kind of entertainment, so. Wow, that is very on there. In theory, we should be able to, yes. Yes.
Yoshi comes out on March 29th. It's not out yet, though.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, how do you get the big Yoshi?
Oh no, my interior. Save a little weight. Oh my gosh, that's heavy. All right, that actually is pretty heavy. And now you should come out too. Sweet. So I decided that I want to put my big spoiler on here. I was going to like roof mount it, but it doesn't fit right. So I'm gonna do the whole chassis mount spoiler thing. I didn't originally want to do a chassis mount on this car. I wanted to do kind of a duckbill, but I think I'm going to do both like a small duckbill and the chassis mount. I think that would look really cool. Also help with some downforce in the rear, because this car really struggles with downforce in the rear. Now I do have pretty much everything I need to make this happen. I do want to use some different, more beefy mounting bolts this time over the ones that come stock with the kit, which involves me having to bore out these mounting bolt holes on the mounter. I said mount a lot of times, now I've said it too many times. Really important that this is level. This is difficult because this drill bit sucks. All right, after quite a bit of work, we have a spoiler. And I reused all parts that were already here, so I didn't have to take any trips to the store. I utilized some of those shipping containers I use all the time to make supports for this so it doesn't jiggle as much. I am going to weld a rod that goes between so it has a little bit more structural rigidity, but as it stands right now, this is a lot more structurally rigid than most chassis mounts that aren't $1 million. The rear seat is out. I cut up some fabric and placed it so it isn't just like bare metal that looks dumb. I put the trim piece back on. The wing is very heavy. Unfortunately, my struts don't super like the wing. Oh well. Got some of this garden edging stuff, and I'm going to make a body kit out of it. Well, kind of like a front lip and side skirts. Good morning, it's another day. My lower control arm should come in today, so I started the beginning process of taking out the front shocks to put in our front coils and our new lower control arms. My plan is to strip everything down, and when they come in, put them in. I removed this whole section here late last night, and it's really neat how this whole section comes together. I wish I could leave it out because it looks cool with the hood open. But when you close the hood, that's not very cool looking. There's a huge gap here. Could maybe put a turbo there or something. I don't know, maybe someday. I also removed the bolt on the top of the front shocks. There's a bunch of videos online about how you have to put an Allen wrench in and you need a special wrench. I just hit this with a 15 millimeter on an impact, and it came out fine. I just impacted the shit out of it, and it was perfectly fine. You don't need a special tool, at least on mine. So I'm gonna jack this up, take the wheels off, and start pulling these shocks, and then pull the control arms, or vice versa. I'm not really sure yet. Just wanna see how bad this control arm really is. Ready? I'm gonna take off the sway bar rod. Like that. Break it loose. Do the bottom one. And our tops are already done, which the tops are significantly harder, so that's good. Alright, these broken loose. Hit it with the impact. Okay, bottom one. The whole system drops. Cool. That out. Brake line is removable. Shimmy out the sway bar end link, and we're free. Here is the new coil. Here is the old shock. Way larger. Here is the old sway bar end link and the new one. This one is massive and way stronger. Ridiculous, that's awesome. This car has a very small oil leak and I was confused as to where it's leaking from, and it's literally just the drain plug looks slightly loose. So that's good. So I have to pull the cotter pin and get the capsule nut off. I know it's gonna be a little hard for you guys to see. Bear with me, I'm doing my best. Cotter pin's free, nice. Man, I wish I had a ratcheting 19, that would be really helpful. Don't tell me I have to lift up the engine to get this bolt out. How do I get you out? Brake clip here. So I just rented a ball joint squisher tool. How this works is pretty ingenious. It is so simple, but it just works. So you have this fork system here that's on a access, like there's a bolt that goes through. And what you do is you turn upside down, you hammer this into like the rubber bit of the ball joint, and then you tighten this 24 millimeter and it pushes it, and then the whole thing comes out. It's really cool. Probably not supposed to hammer it in, but I feel like if you're removing your ball joint anyways, you probably don't care about the rubber like boot of it. So fair warning, it probably will ruin the rubber boot. And you just tighten it up, and then it pops out. Super easy. A little scary, but super easy. So from here, now I need to remove that transmission brace thing and jack up the engine a little bit to get the other control arm bolt out, and then we should be good to pull the passenger side control arm. I'm hoping that it will be good enough and I don't need to do an alignment. I don't have the tools here or honestly the know-how to do a proper alignment. So I'm hoping I don't have to do an alignment. That way I don't have to like send this out somewhere. The mail is here. Oh, I just rubbed myself in paint. This is why they say not to paintball your car.
What is this, dealer? Taking a piss, I've been standing here for 30 minutes. What is this, dealer? Taking a piss, I've been standing here.
All right, here are our brand new fancy schmancy lower control arms. And this is what a lower control arm bushing is supposed to look like. This is what both sides of our lower control arms look like. You're not supposed to be able to see through them and have them move around. My mother-in-law is visiting from Wisconsin. She just came over and was looking at the car, and she, as she's leaving, she stops in the garage, looks at the car, shakes her head, and she says, "I can't believe you lost to a Ford Fiesta." So we're gonna make sure that doesn't happen again. I had to raise the transmission to get that bolt out, which was terrifying because I'm using a piece of firewood to hold up my transmission right now, and it's really scary, especially because I'm the only person here. Also, somebody paintballed the crap out of my car. I don't know what happened. I was sitting here minding my own business, and all of a sudden gets assaulted with paintballs. Good morning. You guys ready for the good news, bad news assessment? Okay, good news is this is coming along. I made a mistake with putting in my front coils. So my coils come with these top hat pieces that go on there. But when I bolted them all up, it had a massive amount of play. After doing some research, I learned that Yaris's, you have to reuse this rubber bushing thing when you put in coils. So I have to redo my coils. I already put the bushing on the driver's side. I have to undo the entire passenger side and redo all that. But our bigger problem is I broke my axle. I knew my driver's side axle was going, and my plan was to run the next race with just kind of a torn CV boot. I didn't realize how bad that axle actually was, because working on this, this happened. I ordered a new axle and it will be here on Friday, but a couple issues are with that. A, that means this project won't be finished in this video. B, that means I need to track down what 12-point socket that is being used on these axles. From the factory, these axles use a 30mm 12-point socket. But for some reason, these axles are running, I think it's a 34 12-point socket for some reason, and I don't have a 34 12-point socket, so I need to track one down. Kind of definitely really hurt my momentum here. We're moving right along with everything and then just abruptly stopped because there's no point in putting it back together with a broken axle. With that being said, I think I'm going to wrap things up here for this video. In the next video, we will finish the coils. I'm genuinely sorry that I have to break the coils into 2 videos because I know that's kind of annoying, but I can only have parts come here so fast. One issue with being delayed a little bit is if I do need an alignment for this car after doing the front coils, that is going to push us back quite a bit. I'm hoping my friends at Tire Works could do the alignment if I need one. If that does happen, then we'll, make the most of it. We'll film as much as we can and, make a video about it. But I'm hoping that I don't have to have an alignment. Sometimes you can kind of get away with it. Most of the time, you really should. So fingers crossed that we can get away with it. Anyway, so with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We built a lot of stuff in this video, so I hope you're excited. I'm gonna be running round 3 of Autocross, and we are not going to lose first place this time. No second place for us. If you're not first, you're second or third or wherever you place, but we're shooting for first. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.